Well, this is breaking news. A court in Malindi has ruled that we must go for elections in the year 2026. Let me read for you the ruling just to give you a bit of context, and I quote. This article is from Kenyans.co.ke, done by Timothy Cerulo. Onto the body. In a ruling reviewed by Kenyans.co.ke, the court said that the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission would be contravening the constitution by holding the presidential election on August 10, 2027. And they've quoted here the court having said, a declaration is hereby made that holding the next presidential election on any date other than the second Tuesday in August 2026 will violate and contravene Article yada yada of the Constitution and will consequently be null and void. Justice Mugure Tande said this on Friday, August 7th, 2026. Which, if you're watching this on a Friday, that's today. Hii ni ruling ya asubuhi. The court ruled that presidential elections must be held on the 5th year rather than after the 5th year, implying that the country should be holding elections next week. Now, in this video, I want us to look into what this ruling means moving forward. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, this ruling does not affect the 2027 election due to logistical issues on the side of IEBC, because that will mean holding elections this coming Tuesday, which is just 4 days from now. It doesn't make sense. And even if we were to give IEBC till December to conduct the elections, candidates won't be ready. They are yet to receive their clearance certificates. Others are yet to do fundraising. Others like Gachagua still have an impeachment case in the courts and so on and so forth. So it will have to be next year, just as the courts have said. However, whoever wins the 2027 election will not finish their term in 2032. It will be 2031. If this is not challenged, yule atashinda next year ashinde, August 2031 tupige kura, and in September, the new person is sworn into office. Now the second issue here is this. I find that the courts have denied Kenyans justice, because this issue was brought before the courts in 2022. Why were we not given this ruling in 2023 or 2024? Why did it have to wait until 2026 when it's impossible? 4 days before D-Day ndo natoa hii ruling. I think they are playing politics. They knew that there's a flaw in the law, but they didn't want to issue a ruling that will shake the powers that be. They want to leave it as a toss-up, whereby whoever wins elections will be affected, but whoever is there today shall not be affected. Sijui kama judges waliogopa kukua abducted na hii kikundi ya Murkomen, or what was the case. But this is justice delayed, which is the same as justice denied. Kenyans wangekuwa tunamaliza hii mambo next week kama hii ruling ingekuwa ya 2022. Hii one time yote tunaongelea, we would be exercising it next week na tunamaliza. So shame on the courts. The timing was very, very terrible. Now here's the chain of events you can expect to happen. Number one, the Attorney General of Kenya is likely going to move to the Court of Appeal based on the fact that the law contradicts itself. And she does have a bit of footing here, because on one hand, the law says that the elections shall be held on the second Tuesday of the 5th year. However, it also says that an elective term of any member, be it the president and so on, is 5 years. So if we go to the ballot next week, most of the people in office will not have served 5 years. It's quite an interesting phenomenon. Just have a look at this data here. You can see here the president is supposed to serve 5 years, 2 terms max of 10 years. But ironically, Uhuru Kenyatta served for 9 years and a few months. Was it 8 months or so? County governor 5 years, senator 5 years, member of National Assembly 5 years. If we implement this election of next week, none of them will have reached 5 years. So we need a proper reset for both to go concurrently. Maybe we can just delete this entire 5-year nonsense and leave it to be on the second Tuesday of the 5th year. Simple. It doesn't matter umeenda 4 years, 5 years, 2 years. Bora it's the second Tuesday of the 5th year, tunaenda kura, even if it's a Sunday. Number two, if they fail at the courts, you can expect Kimani Ichung'wah to move very quickly to amend our constitution in the National Assembly. Unfortunately, they have those powers. If they don't like the service they're getting in the judiciary, they can quickly go and change the laws in the National Assembly to then be in motion ahead of 2027. If they're also going to do it, it has to be before 2027, not after. And the sad thing here is that if they make this change on our constitution, it allows Ruto to vie for an extra term. It even allows Uhuru Kenyatta to come back and contest. Any change on term limits, any change, whether logical or illogical, it allows all past presidents. Hata Daniel Toroitich arap Moi mukiweza kumfufua atakuwa kwa debe. So could this be a long con by William Ruto and friends? Ili Ichung'wah akibadilisha hiyo kitu pale, tujipate tunakaa na huyu jamaa wa kujichagua through goons atipaka mwaka 2037 or 36, because we'll have shed off 1 year. That's a no-no. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. With that, is today's ad of the day. Interior design is one of those things you can't afford to get wrong. So if you're looking for experts to do your gypsum, wainscoting, paintwork, tiles, washrooms, and kitchen, reach out to Dhaka Living on 0706 026 218. That's 0706 026 218. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.